Julia, Happy New Year and welcome back to Lex Live. It's a new day, it's a new dawn, it's a new life for Mr. Xi in China. Tell me a little bit about what to expect in this new year.
Well, so far things are starting to look like they've turned around. Firstly, there's a lot of positive sentiment around Mr. Xi. He seems to have come across as a bold reformer, at least sort of on the outlook, but obviously time will tell whether that will actually come through. The industries have been expanding now for 3 months, as noticed in the Purchasing Managers Index. And as a result, the Shanghai Stock Exchange has been rewarded by investors, and finally it's turned a corner and it's now up about a 6 over the last month. So we're coming into the new year looking at a sort of more positive stance.
Okay, that all sounds quite optimistic, I was going to say, but surely there are some challenges. It's not going to be an easy job from the outset, is it, when he takes over in March, isn't it?
Yes, officially. Well, exactly, and there are definitely challenges under this sort of rosy surface, so to speak. The big one being the shadow financing sector. So banks again have been shifting some of the risks off balance sheets. The corporate bond market ballooned last year, and also bonds for local governments who are heavily indebted, and banks have been reducing their exposure to that, so showing that there are some risks in that area. Also last year, wealth management products for investors were a huge investment area, and there's now signs of some defaults. So there are definitely risks within the sort of the shadow finance sector of the economy.
Okay, so we must keep an eye on the financials there. But how more broadly should investors be seeking to play China this year?
Well, I mean, that aspect as well. So this wealth management product has been benefiting investment returns for sort of wealthier investors. So if that sort of does fall a bit flat this year, then incomes at the sort of higher end will start to get hit. Also, if Mr. Xi goes ahead with curbing corruption, which he is trying to do, again, this will impact the sort of higher end of the spending spectrum. So as a result, I would sort of expect to see consumption sort of at the mid-level and lower level, so things like fast-moving consumer goods, shoes, clothes, sort of lower end of the market consumption is probably going to do better, and it might be another year of sort of luxury not doing that well again. That's probably what we're likely to see.
Okay, so it sounds as though consumer stocks are going to be the ones to watch most closely, but in as we know, in all things, New Year's resolutions often go slightly adrift, so let's keep watching it. Thank you, Julia.